Hi Libra, welcome to your May 2019 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I'm shuffling the cards. I'm just holding the cards in my hand. Sometimes this is what I do. I pick randomly and I shuffle again each time. For some reason, that's what I felt like doing, so I went with it. Okay. The heart of the matter in May is represented by the Knight of Cups. This can be a water sign individual who is featured in your life. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And Cancer individuals seem to attract you because you're both cardinal signs. The Knight of Cups can also be about an offer that is presented to you. And that offer could be for a job. But this is going to be something that speaks to your heart. So it's not like somebody saying to you, I have this job for you that's it's going to pay it's not like emphasizing the money. It's not emphasizing other factors. It's emphasizing what speaks to your heart. So there could be even like a creative element to it, and you are a sign that's associated with the arts. So maybe this is like a musical thing where and it might not, what I'm saying is it might have nothing to do with your career. Could have to do with, for instance, if you're looking for an artistic collaborator or somebody who wants you, maybe they want you to perform at their club or something like that. It's on that level. But it could be a romantic thing. It could be somebody who is kind of coming to you in a very romantic way. This kind of Knight of Cups individual is that very artistic and romantic type of person. I call it like the James Taylor type of a vibe, where the person is very sensitive and they may be artistic as well. And that's the kind of person that may be very appealing to you. In the past position, we have the Eight of Wands. So what this tells me, Libra, is that it's like coming out of the gate. Like maybe you have been feeling a sense of being pent up for some reason. Like you were stuck in a job, you were stuck in a relationship, and then you felt that sense of like release. Maybe you took some action. Whatever happened, it's like things started to move again. Maybe you felt like you were stagnant. And so now that you're in this more freewheeling period, and it's funny because it might have some connection to those full moons which have recently occurred. So a couple of them for you, there were two of them, and that might have kind of tied up these loose ends in your life in some way. And you felt like, okay, now I can finally move forward. Well, not only did you move forward, but you're just kind of came right out of the box. And the higher message is another Wands card. The Two of Wands as the higher message is really speaking about perhaps being at a crossroads in your life. But this is related sometimes to where you live, whether you should continue to live in your current location, maybe relocate, or I would even say the choice of two careers. And so going back to that Knight of Cups, perhaps you have, the word finance jumped into my mind for some reason. Finance maybe because it's more of a practical type of a career, and the Knight of Cups suggests a more creative, or I didn't mention this, maybe in the healing arts. And that could be the kind of job that you've been wanting, and as your spiritual evolution has been going on, you have been gravitating more to that kind of a lifestyle, and you feel like, wow, I have these abilities and I want to share them with others. And the thing that was holding you back was maybe you were in a job that was very cushy, that provided the financial wherewithal, but it simply didn't have that same kind of emotional satisfaction that you are looking for. So what this means is that you do have to make a choice. And, that's one of your favorite things to do, right? Libra, is to make choices. So the thing is, the ability to do this is based upon your willingness to embrace the life that you deserve. Maybe you've been living too much for other people, and rightfully so. I mean, if you have been raising children, if you've been, you may have had some responsibilities that nobody would fault you for, but still, you're still looking for that kind of way of living that is much more from your heart, much more authentic, but also feeling, that where you feel like fulfilled emotionally. What crosses you is represented by the Ace of Cups. So that makes me think that maybe the timing, you're still kind of settling the details. You get an offer, but you can't take them up on it. Not yet this at this time. Why can't I think of the proper syntax? Not just yet. You probably think I'm crazy, don't you? But yeah, I mean, it could be a situation where everything is falling into place, but with aces, we're talking about beginnings. So when I see the ace of anything in the challenge position, I think to myself, okay, well, maybe it's like there are still things that have to be settled. And this could also involve that choice that the Two of Wands kind of suggests. That, by the way, with the Two of Wands, if this is a matter of relocation, you may be kind of a little bit hesitant. So you know that by relocating, you can take advantage of this offer, perhaps. But you still are a little bit leery. Maybe you've never been to this other place and you don't know if you're going to like it, and you have all your friends and family here. Who knows? But it still could indicate that it's not to say with the Ace of Cups that you're not going to have a new beginning, but simply that you're still kind of deciding exactly which direction to go in. The advice is represented by the Seven of Cups. This is a card of sometimes a person with confusion because they have many options. Like I mentioned with that Eight of Wands, that might be offers flying at you because they know that you're free from something else or that you're about to be free. And so, for instance, what if this is romantic and the average Libra person is in high demand by others for romantic reasons because you tend to be physically attractive, you tend to be very well trained, home trained, you have good like a gracious manner, and people tend to like you because you make them feel good. So if people hear that you're on the market, they might start calling you up and asking you out, and you're just like bombarded by these offers. And same thing with the work situation. Other companies wanting to contact you, and you might be like, I have no idea which one to pick. I'm getting all these offers. And really with the Seven of Cups, it's like, make sure that you're not living in fantasy when you're making a decision. even with the Knight of Cups, there's this kind of romantic vibe to it, but there's almost like this fictional or fantasy type of an image with this person where they're trying to be like the storybook version of what a knight in shining armor is. And sometimes that can actually be a red flag. So watch out for any potential partner who tries to, who seems like perfect, like too good to be true. Because people who are real, who are authentic, they're going to just let their hair down. They're not going to have this facade where they're trying to be perfect. Of course, we're always putting our best foot forward when we're meeting somebody. We're not going to, show all of our worst qualities at the beginning. Those are things that kind of come out whether we like it or not. But still, some of these people, it's like they're trying to lure you into their web. So they, they're very careful to create this image about themselves. And it can be alluring because you really value people who are polite and who are thoughtful, and they might be all of those things, but then they let their mask slip at some point, and then you're like, uh-oh. what do we have here? So that's going on. And the other thing too with the Seven of Cups is, it goes along with that about being discerning, but you're being discerning not based on, like I said, overly idealistic ideas of, what the perfect partner is, what the perfect job is. Understanding that every situation has its pros and cons, and if somebody makes you an offer and it just seems like all pros and no cons, and they never acknowledge that, hey, the one downside is you're going to have to do this, and that they might be kind of gilding the lily, as they say, a little bit. The outcome is the Hierophant, and this is a card that is connected to Taurus. This card, well, it's interesting. Let me think here for 1 second. We do have in terms of timing, we have the new moon in Taurus on May 4th. And this is your 8th house, which is other people's money. So that might be a good thing if you're trying to get loans for some kind of endeavor, business loan. But in general, with the outcome being the Hierophant, this is the card of spirituality, religion. So it might be saying that this is how you make it happen. Is that you are somebody who is really more in a spiritual vein right now. So that's the choice that you make. If you were deciding between doing something that's just for the worldly glory or the money versus for your soul and for other people's souls, then it's probably going to win out that spiritual influence. And so that's really great, I like that. Okay, and it's interesting, Libra, because I got 3 Cups cards, so that's, showing that influence with spirituality and creativity as well. That's what I have for you. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.